Use a calculator to find the values of the trigonometric functions to 4 decimal places. So this time we're going to use a calculator and we're going to round our answer to 4 decimal places. So the first thing you'll want to do is when I look at this problem, I'm finding sine of 38 degrees. All right, we're using degrees, so therefore you want to make sure that your mode on your calculator is in degrees. So whether you've got a scientific or a graphing calculator, make sure the mode is in degrees. Now, when it is, you click the word sine, and then you'll hit 38. Okay, so I'm going to show you my graphing calculator here. I have sine of 38. So when I hit sine of 38, I have 0.61566. Now, I've got to round it to 4 decimal places. So I'm going to put a 0.615. Now, the question is, does this 6 stay a 6 or does it become a 7? Looking to the digit to the right, if it's 5 or greater, the 6 becomes a 6. If it's less than 5, the 6 stays a 6. So since I'm looking at a number greater than 6, therefore my 6 will become a 7. So there's my answer there, 0.6157. All right, so next let's find tangent. So I will come up and I'll hit the tangent button, tangent of 32.7. And again, I am in degree mode. And I get 0.6419. Does this 9 need to stay a 9 or does it need to become a 10? Looking to the number to the right, if it's 5 or greater, it needs to go up. So I end up with 0.6420. The 9 does need to go up to a 10. Adding 1 to 1 gives me 2. So the tangent of 32.7 degrees is 0.6420. Now, cosecant. If you notice, we don't have a cosecant button on our calculator. But remember that cosecant and sine are reciprocals of one another. Therefore, I will use, for this problem, 1 over sine of 17 degrees to find the decimal value of cosecant of 17. So I will hit 1 divided by sine of 17. When I do, I get 3.4203, zeros to the right of 3, so 3 does not need to round up. If it's 4 or less, 3 stays the same. Therefore, I get 3.4203. So there's your answer for that problem. Now, the next problem I want us to look at is cosine. Notice we're not in degrees anymore. We're in radians, okay? So therefore, I need to go to my mode on my calculator, and I need to change it to radians. See, you have radians and degrees, so change it to radians. I went to mode, and I came down and changed it to radians, okay? So now, I will find the value of cosine. Use the pi button. I'll have to hit second with my arrow. Picks up my pi, divided by 10, closing my parentheses. So the cosine of pi divided by 10 gives me 0.9510. Now, does that 0 stay a 0? Does it become a 1? Look to the digit on the right. If it's 5 or greater, 0 becomes a 1, and mine does. I have a 5. So the answer to this problem would be 0.9511. So there's your answer for that problem. And then last, cotangent of pi over 12. Again, I'm in radians, so I'll stay in radians on my calculator. There's no cotangent button, but remember that cotangent and tangent are reciprocals of one another. Therefore, I will use 1 over tangent of pi over 12. So using my calculator, I'm in radians. I have 1 divided by tangent of pi divided by 12. Therefore, I end up with 3.7320. Does that 0 need to stay a 0, or does it need to become a 1? If it's 5 or greater, it becomes a 1, and mine is. So I end up with my final answer being 3.7321. So this is how we use a calculator to find trig values and rounding them to 4 decimal places. Remember, if you're in degrees, make sure you're in degrees on your calculator. If you're in radians where you see pi, you'll need to use radians on your calculator.